Coach Hawks, thank you for taking time with us off the Block Blog. You mentioned to me off camera that it's always a good feeling to win here. What are your impressions of the match initially?
Well, I think first it's nice to win here because Niffen does such a good job with this group, and Mark Pression is a good friend, and Jordan's doing a good job with those guys. So we know they're well trained and they're going to come back, and they had a tough 5-set loss at our place, so we knew they'd be prepared and doing something different. So initially, I think we came out, played pretty sharp. The first couple sets, we did kind of on tendency some things that we thought they'd do that we found out. I think watching Kofi go off in the middle was something that was nice. I think he's had some good success against them, and certainly wanted to exploit some of that. So it was good.
I'll touch on Kofi later. Let's go back to that January 10th match. What did you guys learn about Irvine that match, and how much of that was of help tonight versus what you saw in subsequent matches for Irvine?
I think it was a good thing for us. We saw some things that we picked up on, but again, it comes down to our guys executing. I think at points they drifted mentally, and we kind of missed some things, but overall we made some plays that we had to. We touched some balls, and certainly that match from January 10th, as you say, was not that long ago. So I feel like we're getting better. They're better for sure, and they've had some nice wins. So it was just a good volleyball match, and yeah, again, I think that they'll be there at the end of the year for sure.
So let's talk about Kofi. He had an amazing night out of the middle. To me, it was a little bit of a surprise in the sense that when you think of Irvine, you think of their middles, you think of Younger, and you definitely think of Static. What was he doing tonight, or what was Micah doing to put in situations to succeed tonight?
Well, I think certainly having the BIC the way it was running, and we passed well enough to where they had to think about the quick and the BIC, and certainly Micah made some great choices when to go to Kofi. I think there was a certain point when he rode him, 4 or 5 straight times when he was in the front row. So when Kofi's feeling it, he's hard to stop. He comes at some different angles and moves the ball around. So he's working real hard on his range and working hard and just keeps getting better every day. So I think he felt it from the service line too. So it was good.
For me, it starts and ends for you guys with the strong serve. You guys serve really well, probably the best I've ever seen you guys serve against Princeton on Thursday night with 15 aces. But at the same time, this season, you guys had a 2-ace 29 air performance against Ohio State. Tonight was somewhere in the middle, 4 and 18, but obviously service, aces, and airs don't tell the whole story. Can you tell us about how the strong serve really was important to tonight's outcome?
Yeah, I think, when last time we played them, we had 13 aces and 31 errors, so way too many errors. And we know that, we're working on it, and it's not something we kind of lose sleep over. We go in and we work hard, and we're trying to get better at that skill. But I think tonight was just a matter of keeping steadier pressure on them and allowing our block and our defense to make plays. And I thought tonight we dug some balls and we turned some plays. It was just more about that. So our serve, though, was okay tonight.
A couple of things that were interesting about the serve was that Micah went from a float back to a spin serve, and JT also went to a float. Are these individual decisions, or are these decisions that you guys tell them to do?
Yeah, we want our guys to have 2 serves for sure, so we've been working on that, but those are decisions they make on the fly, knowing our game plan, knowing what we're doing, knowing what our strategy is from rotation to rotation, because we didn't have the same matchups, all sets, so having them be able to kind of dial in, understand what's on the other side of the net, and then what's, how we're able to best score a point and give us the best opportunity. And I think those guys are high volleyball IQ guys for sure.
Final question. You guys play CSUN next Tuesday, I believe. Can you preview the match for us?
I haven't seen them play at one point yet. and I'm not trying to be cliche. I think we've said this before, but honestly, the teams we played haven't played them leading up, so it's like we haven't seen them on video yet. But I know that we'll get a good look at them on probably tomorrow. We'll start looking at video and try to enjoy the Super Bowl a little bit, and then focus in on a real good Northridge team. And Jeff Campbell does such a great job with them too, so we're looking forward to seeing them.
Do you have a Super Bowl pick?
I gotta go with Tom Brady here. I really do. My cousin's an Eagle guy too, so he's probably gonna hate me if I said that, but I think Tom Brady's getting it.
Well, thank you for taking time with us off the Block Blog, and congratulations on the 4-7 victory over Irvine.
Sounds good. Thanks.